And then I'll show you a panoramic, like that right there is our front door. So it's a very small space. This is our it's our dining room table. It's not used as a dining room table. So my computer that I do all my stuff on, it's currently on my Pinterest, which I'm addicted to. And then right next to it, I just have to pull out my chair, is it used to be a CD, who has CDs anymore, and DVD case. And because I don't really have any of those anymore, everything I do is normally online. So I have, this is an organization thing for me. Up here, I just have like Mod Podge. I clean with hydrogen peroxide on with certain supplies. These all have my buttons that I have organized into different colors. And then this one is my favorite little goodie bag that I have in my whole entire thing. And it's got an assortment of buttons and whatever, but then all of my favorite things like my brads that I got when I did Stampin' Up. I have a bunch of that. So these are all my little favorite trinkets, and I keep them in there so I know if I'm looking for just that special thing, I go here first. So that one's on top. My rollers for stamping. I had done a little bit of that Creating Keepsakes series that they did. The Essentials, a scrapbooking video collection. I don't know. I mean, this is quite old now. So I still have them. I still like to look at them. I was lucky and I have an Allie Edwards, a Kathy Zelski, and you can see I have a CD too. But I also have a Becky Higgins one hiding somewhere in there. So I was really lucky to get some of the, oh, she's right there. Some of them. And I was apparently smart enough to alphabetize some of them, but they're not alphabetized correctly, so they're not alphabetized, sorry. This is just more, I have flowers in this one. This one's a mix of things. This one has a little bit of Christmas stuff. This one has most of my brads that I need to get more of because I'm using a lot of them right now in my project life. And then all of my Stampin' Up stamps are down at the bottom. And anything to do that couldn't fit into that box right there, I put into this little basket. So it's got like my inking square, acrylic square, and all of that. My pens that I can write with. This is one of those things that each one is a little book. If I can pull it out. And you can do, I've had this for so long and I cannot figure out what to use it with. So I don't know. I am thinking maybe I'm going to use it with, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12. So maybe I could do like the 12 months of my son's life. I might do that. I'm not sure, but I cannot figure out what to do with it. Eventually I will, but it just lives there. These two things are part of my project life because they're small. They fit perfectly there. I have cut out some of my own cards and stuff, so I just stick them all in there and they're organized. And this is my life journal for project life. It has everything that I'm doing. I draw out my things, and I'm going to do a separate video about that. So I won't get into that too much. That's that pretty little spot. I sit here at the computer a lot, all the time really. It's like the basic of everything. So that's a very well used area in our home. Like I said, I was doing Project Life and I hide that in here. So I have two things. I probably should be buying another one because I'm overflown. So this has all of the things that I use for Project Life. As you can see, it's packed. I'm not even going to go through it with you because it would just make a huge mess. I bought the pink. This was quite a while ago when I was into a pink thing. I don't like it anymore. So I might like save it and swap it with a friend, or my sister might have a clear one and we can switch it. Or the other thing I'm thinking about doing is just putting pattern paper on it, Mod Podging it and doing that, and just making this dedicated to Project Life and literally write Project Life on it. So that's one idea. And then this has all of my other, I haven't finished, so it's the core kit that I got. I did 2 of them. I did Fifth and Frolic, and I did the Flea Market one by Maggie Holmes, and this one is by the Dear Lizzie collection. So it works well. So that goes under, it hides. We have no storage in our home, so all of my decorations for the seasons are hiding underneath, and that's what all of that is. My handy dandy printer. This box has a bunch of just random scrapbooking stuff from when I moved from the States up here. I just didn't know what to do, so that box is still just sitting there needing to be gone through. This is where I keep all of my pretty binders. As you can see, I kind of like colors to be the same. So this is going to be all of the, these are going to be like my holiday ones that I decided. I kind of changed it up a little. But I have my baby album in one, so this is kind of my life one. I'm going to do one, I did a Christmas album of when I was little and all of that. So I think what's going to happen is these are going to be all about me in my earlier life, and then I am going to do an album from when I was graduated high school until pretty much 2013, because when 2013 hit, that's when I met Sean, and life kind of has changed, and now we're having a family of our own, so everything's going to be different. As to why, there's this very pretty yellow binder right there, and that is my Project Life one. I have been told that I'm going to need more than one binder, so I will be going to Michael's to get another one. And I also have the babies. I'm going to do a baby album, obviously, and that is in another one that looks a lot like this one. It's just a different pattern, and I will get that out and show it to you once he's here, and I'm working on it. And so that's that little area. It's contained nice and perfect, and we don't use the table to eat. We could. There's space, but down here, Sean is 6'2", so it wouldn't be very comfortable for him. And as you can see, I have not taken my Halloween decorations down. I need to do that today. But we have in my closet. So this is where we keep all our jackets, Sean's stuff. He's got a basket up there that has nothing but his tools and stuff. Our flashlights, if we ever have the power go out. I have learned living, I grew up in the country, so the power went out all the time. It wasn't a big deal. Living in Surrey, their power doesn't go out, so I'm not sure why we have so many flashlights, but they're there. Okay, so let me start up here. This actually works quite well. I don't mind it. In this blue basket, I have all of my mini albums. Let's see if I can show you. So it's up there. I don't get to them that often, so it's a good spot for them. I have my, my sister and I went to California, and I did an album about that. So that's hiding up there in that little black thing that you can see. This right here is one of those things that you put down and you can score the edges of the paper to help fold them up. So I do use it. It's handy. I can get to it when I need to. A couple more albums that I've done. Up here, really old stencils. And then these are all my 8.5 by 11 papers that like cardstock, and then these are patterned. I don't get to them very often, so that's a great place for them. And then I have one of those blocked shelving units that you can put those baskets in, those square baskets. That's what this is. Obviously I have no square baskets in them, but that's okay. I have, amazingly, I still have a few magazines, the 52 challenges that I always thought were so fun, and I never actually really worked on them. So I still have them because I have plans on maybe eventually doing something. That was from scrapping up. This little basket right here matches the brown basket that's on my desk that I have, my crafting desk. This just holds like my paintbrushes, extra colored pens, all of that. It just goes there. It lives there. I use it every once in a while. I know where it is, so it works well. This basket, I love this basket. It's so pretty. Holds all of my anything to do with gluing. It's got glue dots, it's got regular glue, it's got regular tape, it's got foam tape, it's got everything. So it's all there, it's all in one little spot. It works well for me. This little thing right here has to do with all of our important papers. It just lives there, so Sean and I know where it belongs. And then down here, I know it's really dark in here. I'm sorry, I don't have a light to fix it. But like I said, we have absolutely no storage space. So this basket is my junk basket. It does currently have a layout that I have been working on it. If you can see that. Pretty. It was me in the snow when I was little. So, but other than that, underneath it, it's literally, it's a junk drawer and a basket. I bought this really cute album. I love the colors of it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but that lives there for right now. And then I have separated my embellishments into 4 categories. I've decided it's what works the best for me. So if you can see, it says vintage. Oh, it's so dark. I'm so sorry. It does say vintage. And that's my 1 category. So anything that is vintage to me, it all belongs in this box. And it's got everything from scraps of paper to like stickers and all that stuff. Maybe this one will be easier to open. So it's got a mix of everything. Anything that I think belongs in that category, that's where it lives. So I have vintage, I have mixed, or this one's muted, so like the softer stuff. I have a happy one, so like the bright color ones, the more girly stuff, all lives in that one. I have a lot of that one. And then, which is going to be interesting because I'm having a boy and I really use a lot of pink, so that's going to be a fun transition. And then I also have statements, so bold ones, that's where all that lives. And this basket, I have all of my punches. Any sort of punch lives here. I don't have that many, so it fits really well in that basket. This basket is anything pertaining to do with my pregnancy album that I'm working on, so it's got lots of scraps and stuff in it. But yep, anything baby is all in there, so I'm working on that, and it lives happily right there. This I just leave. It's one of those, how old is this, right? So I have this when I used to do all of my scrapping at my grandma's. I'd go and visit her and my aunt, and the 3 of us would have 1 week. I think it was Wednesdays we used to do it. So I still have that. It's well, if I ever do go anywhere, it's gonna work well. And then the very bottom down here is all of my paint. So I do use it. I don't use it that often, so it lives happily down there. It is a bit of a pain to get in and out sometimes because you have to move stuff. So that's why it's kind of the less important thing that's down there. But yes, so as you can see, it's a very tight spot, but I love it. And it closes up. So that part, you can't even tell that there's scrapbooking stuff. Obviously through here, you can, it's obvious, but that's my room. Thanks for watching. See you next time.